be afternoon by now.
No, it's still morning. We're still good. Excuse me. We're a little bit late this morning. However, it's Sunday. And we've been working very hard.
I was going to say, it's not like we've been lounging.
Yeah. As you can see, we've started filling in the yarn again.
Yeah.
Because,
putting things away.
yeah, we've sent out most of what needs to go out. So whatever is left over, we're putting back on the racks, make it easy to grab as we need it. Also, bags. We are down to, I think,
9
bags.
9 bags.
We have 9 bags to finish today, and then we're done. Hi, welcome to Toad TV. I'm Mary Beth.
I'm Helen.
And we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, and evidently I'm just spouting off my mouth today. Big weight off my shoulders. Ha! Very excited. Okay. So, we had a couple of questions, comments, that kind of thing. We did have one. Kate asked a question over at Crafting with the Toads. She's a relatively new knitter, and she wanted to know about needles. What kind of needles people prefer.
Drew is just cutting me out.
She does. True. Wait, Kate wanted to know about needles, and she says she's relatively new, and she is a tight knitter, so that she wanted to know what would be the best needle for tight knitters and what people prefer.
And she doesn't want metal clickety-clackety.
All right, I'm really sorry. This is our needle bag. It's one of our old wine tote bags that we use for our circular needles.
Here are the dreams.
Okay, so
On a wooden needle, if we have to use a wooden needle, we like the Dreams. Pretty sure they're Knitter's Pride.
I am not a huge fan of wood because I find that it sticks a little bit with my knitting. And
well, I was going to say, the good thing about wood for a new knitter is that it sticks. And your
Knitter's Pride.
stitches won't go slipping off the needles. That is the one catch with a metal needle. If you are not used to having a lot of stitches on your needles, they do slip off rather easily. Mary Beth and I are both experienced enough that it annoys me if they don't come off fast enough.
Yes.
If it drags at all.
And as a tight knitter, they stick.
Yeah.
So that
There's
I
a
know
definite
this.
drag.
Yeah.
So, but if you want wooden needles, I recommend the Knitter's Pride. They're well priced.
Yeah.
You can get them from Knit Picks, and
Hands down, our favorite needle and what our bag is full of are chow goose.
the red lace.
The red lace chow goose. This cord is amazing. It never kinks. And the big thing for me is the join.
Right.
When you knit tightly, getting the stitches up over the join where the needle hits
The cable.
the cable. Yeah, right.
see?
Look, can you see? Having a good smooth join is imperative if you are a tight knitter.
And you will never get the completely smooth join if you use interchangeable needles. The chow goose are good, but they're not.
Right.
You still, you're screwing a needle on, you're going to have a join. But these are standalone needles, and it's the smoothest I've ever run into. There's no catch, there's no grab.
Nothing.
I am not a tight knitter, but I know fixing my mother's work.
She is a tight knitter.
The join
she
is key.
strangles.
But it's just, chow goose are the best. The cable is malleable.
I love the chow goose.
It even will withstand a few chews from a cat. Don't know why I'd know that. Just a random
Fact that you can
fact
just
that
throw
I
out
picked
there.
up somewhere. And there's not too much clickety-clackety as far as the metal needles. Because the metal, like the Boyd needles and the needles you can get from Joann's, the finish starts to chip off, and then you get like a scratchy, metally kind of click, and you never get that with the chow goose, but they're metal, so there is going to be a certain amount of clickety-clack. But the wooden ones, the Dreams, make a certain noise too, because I know that was one of Kate's things.
It's just not as loud.
Yeah.
However, if you want our suggestion, hands down, we much
Right.
prefer the chow goose, and that is what we have the
In a
predominant
pinch,
amount of.
A higher will work. But their
However-
joint is nowhere near as good as the.
Also, their cable is malleable, but it doesn't have the metal cording through it,
Yeah.
so that it's not as sturdy. It's just plastic, so that here you can see. Well, actually, you can see it really well against my shirt. It's just a blue plastic.
Yeah, and hands down, least breakage ever
Yeah,
on the chow goose.
and we have them in all colors and
Right.
everything. So, yeah, no, that is our needle of choice.
The only other needle that might compare would be possibly the signatures, but I'm still not ready to spend that kind of money on needles yet. Because I'm
those
so
are-
happy with my chow goose.
Right, those are very, very expensive. Chow goose run about
$10.
the 16-inch or the 12-inch needles. Run about,
Production crew is.
okay, the production crew is about to climb my leg with their claws out. Okay, so I was saying, the smaller needles with the shorter cords run about $8.50. The longer needles with the bigger needles with the longer
Right.
cords. Also, there are different size needles, and when they talk about the size of the needle, which I didn't know about until
We were
was
buying the
going-
interchangeables.
going to get an interchangeable, they talk about how it's either 4 or 5 inches. Where are the dreams? Okay, they're the dreams. So that's a 4-inch needle.
And that's this here.
And maybe it's the end of the metal.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's the needle itself before the cable. I have found with my large hands
That's a larger one.
that I prefer the 5.
I do too. I much prefer
It's
the 5.
just it gets unwieldy. I use them for because generally when you start going down in cable size, the needle goes down as well.
Right.
So for hats and things like that, I put up with it, but I really much prefer the longer needle.
Yeah, much.
It's just something more to hold on to.
All right. That is our dissertation on needles.
Yeah. Chow goose, hands down. You can get they're interchangeables.
Run about 120.
Run about
20.
I mean, sometimes you can get them for like 100 on Amazon. Depends on whether they're running deals or not. So
Helen got me a set for my birthday, and I love them. I absolutely love them. All right, let's see. Here we go. Kathy Clark and a couple other people said the yarns at the beginning of today's podcast are so beautiful. Okay.
yeah, these were the two that were pictured yesterday. It is in fact red, and then the other one is Hearts for Tea from Mrs. White's Tea Party collection.
Amanda is making a JC sweater in that, and
It's gorgeous.
wow.
Yeah. So, I love the reds together. Somebody had, I forget who had purchased them together. So I took a picture as I was packing it because I thought it was so cool.
Here, turn it so it's this side, because that's why poor Drew is under the bed because the
They're
flies are back.
Yeah. West breeze on the island. So
All right.
we had somebody refer to it as the Toad Hollow Island, which I really
Yes.
appreciated.
Somebody left a comment and said that she wants to come and stay because it's only four blocks wide. I don't want to mislead you. Here is a picture of the island. In some places, it's 6 blocks wide. However, there are parts that come with living on the island, like houseflies or
Yeah.
horseflies. The horseflies and the greenheads. When the greenheads hit,
Once you get the west breeze, it's like the mainland wants to get rid of all their bugs and they send them over to us.
Yeah.
And you just wait. It's very, very bad when there's a west breeze. But once the wind shifts, it's like, here, you can have them all back now.
Right.
And it changes instantly.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
However, for our guys, they don't bother Spike because Spike has long golden fur. Drew has the shorter fur, and she hides under the bed.
She got bit by a bee also, so that anything flying at her just
Yeah.
makes her very skittish.
so she is now hiding under the bed. I feel so
We
bad.
will go around and create a massacre.
Yes. Okay. Tina says that every other Sunday was spent going to Chinatown for dim sum, and as a reward, they got to visit the Chinese bookstore and get Old Master Q comic books,
Okay.
which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
And she put a link to one of the comics, which I thought was very amusing. And it made me remember, do you remember the Women's Club book sale?
Oh, yeah.
Once a year, the Women's Club of Montclair would get all the used, they'd collect all used books, and then it was down in the basement of an old church or something like that.
It was at Montclair Kimberly, I think.
Matter. Anyway, you had to go down.
You'd go down, and then you'd go through room after room after room.
And you paid, I think, $10, and you got to fill
If
a
that.
shopping bag full of books.
I mean, it was probably $1.
And my mom would give us our bags, and we got to go
Yeah.
and fill them full of books. And oh my God, it was the best day.
Yeah.
But we had to ride our bikes down, and then you had to ride back with your bag full of books. So, but it was wonderful.
Yeah.
We had a wonderful time, and our family all love books. So that
You found a Happy Hollister one time. I remember you were so excited. It was like the long lost Happy Hollister.
But she and my dad would go into the adult rooms
Yeah.
where they had the adult fiction and that kind of thing, and there was a kids room, and you just went in, and all of us,
Yeah.
you looked through all the books, and oh my God, it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, we got a couple of recommendations for books. There's The Book Women of Troublesome Creek, which I have heard about
several times.
Yeah, and that is on my list because that looks really, really good. Then The Smugglers of Timbuktu.
That I'd never heard.
I haven't heard of that one. The City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. I have heard of that. The Murmur of Bees is, as Mariette says, that it's a really good book, and I went and looked it up. It sounds really interesting.
okay.
Really
Okay, cool.
interesting. Penny says The Winter Garden is wonderful too. And lots of people have said, yes, you need
For the
space.
light. Yeah.
Okay, Darla wants to know the crochet pattern for the Tri-Wizard tournament. Take one skein of yarn.
Yes.
The first one, yes, definitely. Only one skein of yarn. Amy says that her dogs went bonkers over the sounds of our garbage truck the other day. She says that they don't
I thought I
hear...
had taken most of it out. I took the really loud part out.
They don't hear the garbage truck because she's out at the end of a country road and that sort of thing, and they take their garbage into town or to the dump, the recycle center, so that they
get
never
garbage
hear it.
pickup. Yeah.
Amanda, where she is, they burn their garbage.
Yeah.
And then recycle stuff so that her dogs don't really hear it either. She said that she used to be a crazy reader, but have stopped recently, and have listening on tapes is a good way to do it. I have to say that I have gotten so many more books read by listening
audio.
to them
Yeah.
on tape. We use Audible. We love it. We're part of Kindle Unlimited as well, so that we can get
we just
Audible books.
Signed up for Audible Escape because we don't have enough.
As far as I am concerned, if it involves books in any way, it is not a waste of money. So that's just the way I look at it. Anyway, listening to them, you can do so many other things. When I am making bags, I'm very often listening to books. I can't do it when I'm dying because I have to pay
much
too close
concentration.
attention.
Yeah.
But as far as anything else, it's just when I'm knitting, I can do it.
We have a relaxing couple days coming up.
I plan to sit out on the back porch.
There's going to be
and just
some
read
listening
a
and
book.
knitting and
And
crafting
stitching and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I am. Oh my God! I'm so looking forward to it. So looking forward to it. Okay, that is it as far as I have.
okay, Tri-Wizard Tournament starts tomorrow.
Yes.
So we will be releasing the pattern tomorrow. As I said, it'll first go up on Facebook and the Ravelry group because we may release it tonight
Really?
before we go to bed.
Oh my goodness.
And then we will announce it on the podcast tomorrow. And we have a hint for you.
Okay.
So this is for the knitting pattern. The crochet pattern is similar to it. So if you figure out our very cryptic clue, the crochet pattern is going to look similar. the clue for the pattern is, where did Harry and his parents live
Okay.
before the Dursleys? So,
Tabitha's about to make an entrance, and I don't want her knocking things
but she's
over.
like, my public wants me, because there were an awful lot of comments of people saying they love when Tabitha makes her appearance. So,
So here you go. That is Tabitha.
oh, sweetie, the indignities we put you through. Okay, that was just such a priceless moment. We have to do it again. This is the unfortunate shape that is Tabitha. She's a bit like an eggplant. So, anyway. So, all right. Follow our cryptic clue. You might find the pattern, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yes, we are
Have a
gonna
great day.
finish the bags, and then
Today is an epic, epic day.
yep, finish the bags, finish the packing, and mailman's gonna love us tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
It's been all week, so
God.
yeah.
All right,
Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the rest of
Enjoy.
your weekend.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye.